You can smell it, you can taste it.
Christina Treckle and her 18-month-old son were forced to evacuate from Claire's Place transitional housing last year after the building became contaminated with toxic drug residue.
Don't need to be getting sick and recovering from an addiction prior to having him. I don't want to be around it either.
Claire's closed for months and cost millions to sanitize. The shelter is privately owned, but it serves as a cautionary tale to the rest of Snohomish County. The county recently bought these 2 motels as low-barrier housing for homeless people. They were supposed to open last year, but were found to be so contaminated with drug residue they now won't open until 2025, costing taxpayers millions more for the cleanup.
So with that, the ordinance passes 3-2.
Now, with a narrow 3-2 vote, the Snohomish County Council approves testing for drug contamination in county-owned buildings. The goal is to keep what happened at Claire's from happening to taxpayer-funded facilities. The new ordinance does not require testing of people, only throughout the building. Councilmember Nate Naring sponsored the legislation to keep workers and residents safe.
I think we owe the folks who are living and working in these facilities the same dignity that we would expect to receive ourselves.
But some say the county should wait for guidance expected in June from a statewide work group studying the issue. They argue the ordinance says nothing whatsoever about what to do if contamination is actually detected.
What are the levels of toxicity for somebody living there? What are the levels of exposure for an employee that's living there? That work is being done, but we don't have those answers yet.
So Eric, what happens if someone suspects a tenant is using meth or fentanyl inside the rooms? Can those rooms be tested?
Well, that's a good question, and the answer right now is we simply don't know. Council member Naring says that is going to be decided by whatever provider is hired by the county to manage those 2 motels. However, I did speak with some folks who are battling addiction today, and they say that nothing here is going to change unless there is greater accountability. Joyce?
Eric Wilkinson in Snohomish County tonight.